Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the channel. I'm Argentleo, and today I'm commenting on the game that I reached Unreal rank in. So we are playing Fortnite rank mode, Chapter 5 Season 2, and this is the final game that I played when I reached Unreal. I'm extremely excited. I'm going to talk you guys through how I did it. I do consider myself as a Diamond rank player, and in Diamond 2 I started getting problems where I was losing more games than I was actually winning. I'm also a content creator. I wanted to get back onto content creating, but I had to have it. I needed to reach Unreal, and Bushcamp Dad showed us that it was possible, and I didn't follow his strat. I did develop my own strategy of how to play towards Unreal, and this was the final game. I played about 350 games in total. Guys, I don't know, it's debatable. It could possibly be easier to eliminate everybody in the lobby enough times to reach Unreal than it is to actually camp through Unreal at 1 to 3% each time, because you're at least going to play about 100 games in order. That's in champion level alone in order to get there. But with enough determination, enough dedication, well, I did it because I thought that would be the quickest way in order for me to reach it than actually playing through the entire season. There's still 30 days left of the season. I've got enough time to create more content, and I'm happy about that. But anyway, back to this game. So my strategy is basically to try and stay out of sight. You gotta ninja your way through the entire map, and in certain places on the map, on certain shorelines, you aren't visible. Your glider is extremely difficult to see. This is one of the places that I have identified where you can actually land with your glider. In most cases you won't be seen. I haven't been eliminated here. Nobody actually swam out to eliminate me here. So I do not believe that throughout the games that I've played and landed here that anybody saw me, and I do believe that right now no one saw me. So one of my strategies is, I know that Bushcamp Dad does say that, and it is a good strategy to land in the sticky zone so you don't have to move that often. That's good, but I prefer to land where I know that I'm going to find the least amount of players, and in lots of cases my strategy isn't basically to determine where the circle is going to fall. Firstly, I look at where I'm less likely to be seen when I get off the bus, how close a fishing rod is to me, and how far away I am of places that will possibly have epic chests in them. So I want to avoid POIs. I basically just want to land in such a way that I won't be seen, and there's a less likelihood of me finding any other players within the first 5 to 10 minutes of the game. That's what I go for. So that's why I've landed here. I've got no resources whatsoever. I'm waiting to be engulfed by the storm, and then I'm hoping that I leave this rock at the right time in order to get to where I know that there are fishing rods and a fireplace. But I'm also hoping that the chests that I come across have not been opened, and there is a possibility that I can find explosives in them or health. So that's a tall order on its own. So there's no risk-free way of playing this game and reaching Unreal in this way. It's a grind, and it takes a long time. I've reached there and I've done that. This is my last game, so I'll show you guys the insane way that I've been playing Fortnite in order to get there. I need to look around, make sure that there isn't anybody that's seen me. There is a chest to the left side, but I've identified that this chest has not been opened. There are slurp barrels on that boat, but if I go that way, I'm not gonna make it to the fishing line or to the fireplace in time if there are no bandages in there. There's no bandages or any explosives there. So my next bet is to get either to the fishing rods or to the fireplace so that I can actually regenerate health. I'm going to grab a fishing rod so that I can fish while I'm standing in front of the fireplace, and I'm so glad that the fireplace has not been destroyed. If you notice the way I'm fishing, I'm not fishing in the fish loot pools. The reason why I'm not doing that is because I've got a good likelihood of receiving weapons which I don't want and slurp fish. So this way, even if I receive small fries, that's what I want. I want small fries and I want floppers. I want at least 6 small fries and 4 floppers. That's all I'm going to need to get out of the storm. If I do collect bandages on the way, that is good. That I'll go for. And as we go through this video, I will explain other things that you can do to increase the points that you will reach by the end of the game. But I need to advise you in advance that there are low points. If you're going to play the game in in this way, you would be lucky to reach 4 points in a game, but you need to at least reach in the top 3 to even get there. You need to reach at least in the top 10 or 9th place in order to get 1 point, and the damage that you take will actually determine whether you receive any points in the top 10. Obviously, if you get to the top 5, you will receive 1 point. 3 is 2 points, and then you may receive an extra point. You can receive 3 points, but you will receive also maybe 2 points, 2 to 3 points for second place. And if you eliminate the last player, you can just add 1 more point to that if you're gonna do that. But if I'm camping through the game, then I basically would just play for placement. I wouldn't try and eliminate anybody unless I'm trying to defend myself early on in the game. But yeah, once you're playing passively, then it's very difficult to go from passive to aggressive. I'm luckily not that insane yet. But yeah, it's difficult for me to actually switch from passive to aggressive. So I don't try, basically. We'll see how I play the ranked in the next season. I'm practicing on keyboards. I may play differently. We'll see how it goes, if I do play it at all, because this was tough. 350 games, I kid you not. And you're crawling by 1 or 2% per game. And if you get eliminated, I've lost 9% in points already getting eliminated. And I told myself when that happened that I wouldn't allow it to happen again. I gave myself a day's break from Fortnite, and I also did some stress exercises, to some courage exercises, because that was devastating. That was truly devastating. I needed a time out and to actually think of whether I'm going to attempt this or not. It's hard, guys. It's difficult. So explosives, great idea. I threw them wrong, but like I said, I need 6 small fries and I need 4 floppers in total to actually get to where I want to be. So I actually want to exit the storm as late as possible, possibly when there's only 10 players remaining, but that's extremely difficult. But you do get games where that can happen, and if you're in a lobby like that, dude, if you're gonna play for 2 days, stay in the lobby. But yeah, I think I was lucky enough to be in a lobby like that maybe once or twice, but I only played 1 or 2 games. Okay, so forecasting station. This is what you want to get when you can. Acquiring the forecasting station will give you 1 point. So I've already got 1 point, provided that I end in the top 10. So I need to be at least 9th place to actually claim that point. If I get eliminated, I could actually lose a point. I could break even because I've got 1 point. Having shield is like, now I've got shield. That's actually a bad idea, because the points that you receive also are affected by the amount of damage you give and the amount of damage you take, depending on where you placed when you get eliminated. So yeah, that's a tall order. It is extremely confusing, and if you don't have insider advice, somebody at Epic that's explaining to you how this works, you got to go with what is actually working for you and what you experience, and draw your own conclusion from that. But this is what I found has worked, and you can get up to 4 points playing this way, playing passively. But yeah, it's a grind. It is truly insanely difficult. So right, we're out of the storm. Generally what I do is I try to drive with the storm. So if I'm in the vehicle and I'm out of the storm, I'm hoping that the next safe zone is extremely far. So it's actually good to be on the further side of the next storm circle if you're in a vehicle as possible, so that you can crawl forward. Because look, you're playing for placement. You're trying to reach the top 10. So you're playing for placement and you want to get there as slow as possible. That's what I try to do. But if you look at that circle, the medallion circle, the guy's doing the same thing. He's got the medallion, so you can see exactly what he's doing, and he's basically doing the same thing. He's waiting for more people to get eliminated before he enters the safe zone. Because there's 12 players, that's probably why he's moving closer, because he does sense that he is close to getting into the points. But anyway, enough of that player. So I'm going to stay here for as long as possible. If I do take storm damage, I will sacrifice storm damage. I've got enough fish. You can stay in the storm for up to 500 XP, and then after that you will start taking storm damage. You will get a storm warning, and about 100 XP after that you'll start taking storm damage, and you can take as much fish as you like, but ain't no way of surviving that in this season. Once it hits, you're gonna. You gotta stay out of the storm when that happens. So over here, I know that I'm pretty far from where the final safe zone is going to be. These are wooden structures, so I'm staying away from them. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to stay inside valleys, because obviously I'm not going to find a player out in the open, but if I can stay out of sight for as long as possible, it increases the odds of me surviving longer. So that's what I'm going for, staying inside the valleys, because as you can see, there's basically no place where you can actually hide. Can't really build a structure here because it's going to be quite hazardous. You might experience bad times because of that. I'm doing this with the vehicle. So I'm placing the vehicle on these rocks because I can move forward. It may be slightly uncomfortable for a person to actually get through here with another vehicle or to follow me over the rocks. So it may give me a chance to get away. So that's what I was thinking when I did this. And it may also give a person, you know, a psychological hindrance. You know, it's wrong for a vehicle to park on rocks the way this is. And it may be wrong for somebody to actually attack me while I'm in a vehicle. It's parked in this incorrect manner. But we try what we can. So, okay, we're waiting for the next safe zone to actually start forming. And I'm like sweating right now because I'm extremely nervous. I'm hoping that... Okay, great stuff. I was actually hoping to reach 9th position, so I get my 1 point. So if I do get eliminated, at least I won't lose any points right now, provided that I'm eliminated by a player with a higher rank. And since I haven't eliminated a lot of players on my rank climb, I'm not too nervous about that, but there is a possibility that I could get eliminated by a player with a lower rank and actually break even though I'm in the top 10th position. It also does depend on the lobby. But anyway, I'll get into what I found or what I think I found in another video. So right now, there's a fight to my right. I'm using that little bump in the landscape to stay hidden, to stay as ninja as possible. And actually, I actually thought that this was a ridge, but it looked like a ridge from in the storm, but it wasn't. It's actually flat, so everyone's watching me drive past them. So I'm going to stop behind this rock, so it at least gives me cover from one side. Like I was saying, there's no risk-free way of playing this game. You can get eliminated anytime and you can lose a whole lot of points and, you know, get set back in rank. So this is a game where I reached Unreal rank, so do stay tuned so you guys can actually see that at the end of this game. So right now I'm out of fuel. I got fish, but that's not gonna help me. I've got explosives. I don't have a weapon. I'm in a passive mindset, so I'm not going to fight quite well. So I'm just waiting to get eliminated and I'll take the placement that I can get. So I saw a bit of movement there. There's players now to the left of me and that player seems to be running ahead of his NPC. Okay, so he's trying to get a good placement so that he can fight advantageously. Okay, there's a fight over ahead of me. Looks like another player just went there. Someone just got eliminated, so I'm now in 4th place. So I'm hoping to get to... Okay, great stuff. So I'm now in 3rd place. So that would give me at least 3 points. So 2 points for reaching 3rd place and 1 point for taking the forecasting tower. So right now I'm just waiting to get eliminated and I'm not going to give it up easy. Gonna try and stay in the game for as long as possible. So ladies and gentlemen, this is how I reached 3rd place, and this game I reached Unreal rank, and you're gonna see that appearing on the screen, and I'm excited. I set out to do this and I did it and I'm happy about it. And that's my champion rank, now changing to Unreal. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you guys enjoy content like this, and if you do, please consider subscribing to the channel. Will be greatly appreciated. I'm Argentleo and I will see you guys in my next video. Take care.